Avri Steiner taught himself to paint. It's a kind of therapy when the shadows of the past haunt him. He's the only member of his family to survive the Nazi occupation of Budapest.
Our job in the ghetto was to gather up the bodies. Most of them were victims of the air raids. We either had to burn the corpses or stack them up neatly, one on top of the other. For that, we were given a kind of warm water. They called it soup.
Avri was orphaned at the age of 13. His father died in the ghetto. His mother was murdered at Auschwitz. The Nazis occupied Hungary in early 1944 and immediately confined Budapest's 70,000 Jewish residents to a ghetto. Avri is now 83. He lives in a suburb of Tel Aviv and just about gets by on his modest pension. He spent years in a legal battle with the German authorities to be recognized for his time as a forced laborer, so he could receive a pension. But German bureaucracy proved an awkward hurdle.
I don't want to generalize, but I had a hard time with every office I dealt with. It was beyond me. I didn't have the money nor the mental strength for it.
Avri was frustrated, so he turned to a consultancy in Tel Aviv that specializes in securing compensation for former forced laborers. After checking the claims, the firm forwards them to attorneys in Germany. Cases can take years to be processed.
Our clients say, why do we have to fight for so long? We all worked in the ghettos. Their cases are sorted and selected. Again, this troubled term selection. They feel they're being treated like second-class people.
Avri submitted his claim in 2003. It took 7 years and a second ruling from a federal court for his application to be accepted. He now gets a monthly payment of €219.20 from Germany's public pension fund. 10% of that amount goes to the legal consultancy. Berlin will be making the process faster and fairer. That was the promise made by its Minister of Social Affairs last week, as a top-level government delegation led by Angela Merkel visited Jerusalem. New legislation could be passed within months.
We introduced the right to apply for pensions in 2002. Unfortunately, many issues were still unclear, and in many cases the legislation did not meet the requirements of those affected. Now we're trying to simplify the process so that the majority of individuals are actually entitled. They will now be able to receive pensions backdated to 1997.
That would mean pensions being upgraded, including Avri's. But the news is still far from encouraging.
How can I know how long I have to live? I can't possibly know that. So why does this process have to take so long? It doesn't make sense.
Mommy? All Avri Steiner has left of his family and home is this one photograph. The pension will not bring them back. But he appreciates the gesture, even if it comes too late.